Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. This one taken from the 7. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
This is Saquon Barkley. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Second down and inches. And that is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Third down here.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, and he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the throwing football.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, have a chance to get off the field.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Brian Burns. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 9 yards on the gain there, and it's going to bring up a tough 3rd and 7. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now it's Barkley, and he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. And he whips that one incomplete there. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. On the run, it's Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Saquon Barkley, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now on 2nd and 16, Ryan, and the pressure gets to him again.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now it's Ryan. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 15.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after it.
A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And Diggs has it. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. First down, Titans, gain of 12. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. King now. Throwing on first down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 5. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here at an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Ryan. And he's going to go down again.
That's what I'm talking about. Sacks all day.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Quincy Enunwa. 76 yards, and the Broncos cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Mike 5-5, Mike 65.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw on 2nd down, King, and he fires one incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, King. Oh, incomplete, nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. Back to throw. King. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight...
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
coming back. I'm coming back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Third and 2, now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
King on first down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. King. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
You better be ready next time.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe the...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Boom! That's how we do it.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
You better talk to your boy.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 4th down. Here's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again.
Boom!
The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. And he's going to go down again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offense. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken right around the 44. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
To throw is King. Throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Back to throw. King. He's going to look deep down the field. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan and whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
We play to win.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you